Hot takes, great debates, highlights, basketball. Shall we get into some highlights from last night's games that we had in the NBA? Let's just do the Clippers and the Denver Nuggets in this video. Clippers took care of business per usual. Let's get into a little bit of the highlight, then we'll come back with a little bit of the back end of this one. Denver Nuggets in Los Angeles. The Clippers as close to full strength as they've been in quite some time. Paul George is playing. Kawhi is playing. You see Beverly, Marcus Morris, the whole gang's there for the Clippers. As you see the three out the corner from Paul George. You know, and no one's talking about this, but this has been the most disappointing season of Paul George's career thus far. Zubac jamming it home for two. I have a lot of question marks about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard's decision to join the Clippers. That's just me personally. But we move on to the second half here. Jokic spinning with the deuce. Now the turnover. When the Clippers want to play basketball, they're really, really good as PG goes in for the stuff. Now Kawhi out the post. Gary Harris just doesn't have the power and the strength to battle with Kawhi. Here's the shot of the game. As Jokic goes off balance, but his Nuggets team's down 18 at this point. With the shot clock going down over Kawhi, that's beautiful. But it's not going to lead to anything. The Clippers up big, 100-81. Lou Williams drills the three. Paul George had 24 to lead the Clippers. Jokic had 21-9, but the Clippers get the big time dub at home. And they now make their way back into the conversation of looking to get that number 2 seed. I think they're a couple games back of the Denver Nuggets right now. Yeah, I thought the Clippers were everything that I thought they'd be when they're 100%. Mike Malone, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, he called his team soft after this performance. You know, this is like the 4th or 5th time during Mike's tenure as the head coach of the Nuggets I've heard him call his team soft. Yeah, so the Clippers and Nuggets are now tied at 40-19. Both teams are 6 games back of the Lakers, who are closing out the Western Conference. Yeah, I'm looking at Mike Malone and just what he thinks about his team. And like I said, this is like the 4th or 5th time he's called this team soft. And I have to ask the question to Mike, at what point is that going to the media and saying my team plays soft? At what point is that going to get old? Like, okay, if you call somebody soft once, you're looking for a reaction. Maybe twice, you're looking for a reaction, you're looking for a spark. But if you keep calling your team soft, at some point, all right, you got a soft ball club. When it's time to show up, you guys are soft. And if that is the case, I think the Nuggets need to, in this offseason, need to package a deal. Look, I would trade anything but Michael Porter and Nikola Jokic. I know a lot of people have Jamal Murray on their list of guys who can't be traded in Denver. I wouldn't have him on my short list. I would have Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Will Barton, any of those good guards and forwards that they got on that roster. I would have anyone not named Michael Porter and Nikola Jokic available for trade. I think it's time for Denver to stop playing games and pull the trigger on getting a superstar. A star, borderline superstar in this league. Now, who is that guy? Not 100% sure. But I think the Nuggets need to go search and see what's out there from the star ranks. And maybe it's not a superstar. Maybe it's Bradley Beal. You know, I don't know whether the Wizards are going to be able with their rebuild. Obviously, they want Bradley Beal to be there long term, but Bradley Beal's starting to get more and more upset after each game. I don't know if he demanded trade out. I doubt it. That doesn't seem like his personality, but I'm seeing him get more upset than I've ever seen him. I think the Nuggets need to bring in that star. You're never getting over the hump in the West. Look, if the Nuggets take on the Lakers, I'm picking the Lakers. If the Nuggets take on the Clippers, I'm obviously picking the Clippers. But it gets worse than that. If the Nuggets are taking on the Rockets, there's no way on. And by the way, I believe the Rockets can lose any series, and most series in the playoffs, because you can outsmart and game plan for James Harden and Russell Westbrook. You can force them into bad possessions when you have time to come up with strategies for those two guys. They haven't had a bunch of playoff success. But be clear, there's no way I can pick the Denver Nuggets to even beat the Houston Rockets. They got two superstars over there. The Nuggets, to me, don't have one. I'm sorry. Jokic is a good, borderline great player, not a superstar in this league. They need one. I'm tired of Mike Malone calling the Nuggets soft. At some point, you need to go out and bring someone in that's going to erase the soft stigma of this team. You need a couple of tough guys and a star. I don't know why teams like the Nuggets are never in the running for guys like Marcus Morris. You know what I mean? Markieff Morris, those twins. Like, why were the Nuggets not... The Nuggets should have been willing to give Marcus Morris whatever he wanted. He already showed us it was about the money with him last summer. Why were the Nuggets not willing to give Marcus Morris $25, $30 million? I'd rather give that money to Marcus Morris over Paul Millsap at this point in their careers. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment box below. As the Nuggets, they take another big boy L, this time at the hands of the Clippers. And the Nuggets are barely holding on to that second spot in the West. I'm out. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.